James, last question. Do you like You Not Like Us?
Terminate yourself and Cameron and didn't say anything to Kendrick Lamar about the Drake situation, because anytime Drake has a problem.
So I heard that there was a record that got played in some club. Not club, it was like, I guess it's club in Houston, right? And the record's kind of sounding like Drake talking some shit.
Whispers are circulating that Drake's cooking up something fierce after Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us left him reeling. But here's the million-dollar question. Can Drizzy weather this storm without his usual backup? Now, I'm not talking about Lucien Grange. I'm referring to the enigmatic J. Prince. These two have been thick as thieves since day one, with Prince playing Drake's personal bodyguard in the industry's shark-infested waters. Remember when he was running around, fighting Drake's battles left and right? But when Kendrick came knocking, arguably Drake's most crucial face-off to date, J. Prince vanished into thin air. Word on the grapevine is Drake's fuming. Can you blame him? His ride or die left him high and dry, and now there's bad blood brewing between them. So how's Drake dealing with this betrayal? More importantly, why did J. Prince pull a Houdini act? Did Kendrick have some skeletons in Prince's closet that he didn't want rattling?
That don't get this whole, like, just be acting like J. Prince the boogeyman, bro. Like, he's supposed to just strike fear in niggas' hearts, bro. You're not the only nigga with niggas around you, bro. You thought this was all J. Prince just posted, we gotta shut the fuck up now because J. Prince.
J. Prince, once Drake's ride or die, has seemingly vanished from the rapper's corner. During this heated beef, everyone and their grandma had something to say, but J. Prince? Radio silence. And let me tell you, this isn't a man known for biting his tongue. Even the fans couldn't help but notice the glaring absence of Drake's usual defender-in-chief. One curious soul took to Reddit, wondering aloud, where's J. Prince's call to Drake? When's he gonna swoop in and end this beef? And how long before we hear about some mythical diss track so fire it could have sparked a war? A fan chimed in with a spicy take. Bet your bottom dollar J. Prince ain't in Drake's corner right now. No way he'd let his cash cow get barbecued like this if he were. Makes you wonder if Drake might have crossed the boss. Just saying, but don't quote me on that. J. Prince's son, Jazz, stumbles upon a young Drake on MySpace. Remember that? Next thing you know, Drake's signed to Aspire Music Group and rubbing elbows with none other than Lil Wayne. Talk about a Cinderella story.
Your dad told you to go out and find artists in the buzz.
Yeah.
Who'd you find?
Drake.
That was the first artist you found?
That was my, yep. That my first artist that I went out to look for. I was, like, I knew, like, I came across all the artists. I came across Soulja Boy before. I came across, like, that was when, like, everybody was, like, popping.
Remember when Pusha T tried to roast Drake? J. Prince swooped in faster than you can say diss track. He dismissed Pusha as nothing more than a pesky ant, not even worth Drake's time. Talk about throwing shade. But wait, there's more. Cast your mind back to the Drake versus Kanye beef of 2018. Who played Peacemaker? You guessed it, J. Prince. He tweeted about a surprise meetup with Ye at the Rothko Chapel. Now picture this, Kanye West, reading a peace treaty like a hostage video. It was so bizarre you'd think J. Prince had Kanye's favorite sneakers held at gunpoint. Let's be real for a second. Getting Kanye West to back down? That's like trying to convince a cat to take a bath. It's nearly impossible unless you've got some serious tricks up your sleeve. And J. Prince? Well, let's just say his methods might make a mafia boss blush. So, if J. Prince could tame the Kanye storm, why's he gone AWOL during Drake's beef with Kendrick?
Hey, J. Prince. I'm making this video to address the ongoing back and forth between myself and Drake. Both me and Drake have taken shots at each other, and it's time to put it to rest. I'm asking Drake on December 7th to join me on stage as a special guest to share the two biggest albums of the year, live in Los Angeles, with the ultimate purpose being to free Larry Hoover.
It's interesting to see Kanye West taking shots at Drake once again now that J. Prince has stepped out of the picture. Kanye dropped a remix to grab some attention during their ongoing feud. However, it's worth noting that Drake was the one who made the first move. On the track Circo Loco with 21 Savage, Drake raps about his dealings, saying, "Linking with the ops, I did that for J. Prince. I did it for the mob ties." He adds that he's never been one to apologize, preferring to hit him up one more time. This line reveals that the only person Drake seems to heed in the industry is J. Prince, who has willingly taken on the role of Drake's personal protector. Picture this. NBA YoungBoy, feeling salty about Drake giving him the cold shoulder, decides to air out his grievances on a track. He's basically saying, Drake ghosted me for Lil Durk, and I'm not happy about it. Classic rap beef stuff, right? But here's where it gets spicy. J. Prince, the hip-hop godfather himself, catches wind of this drama. Now, J. Prince doesn't just make phone calls, he shows up in person, rolling into Salt Lake City with Birdman like they're about to film The Sopranos Rap Edition. After what we can only imagine was a very interesting conversation, wink wink, J. Prince drops this bomb on Instagram. He's all smiles, talking about kicking it with the homies like they just had a friendly game of chess. But read between the lines, folks. J. Prince lays it out clear as day. Drake is my son. That's not just a figure of speech in the rap world. He's basically saying, touch Drake, and you're messing with the family.
James, last question. Do you like you not like us?
1 minute, J. Prince is Drake's personal Rottweiler, growling at anyone who even looks at his boy funny. The next, crickets. Not a peep when Kendrick drops a diss track hotter than a Carolina Reaper. It's like watching Superman sit out the fight of the century. Now here's where it gets juicy. Word on the street is that J. Prince's son might be running some, let's say, extracurricular activities at Area 29 clubs. We're talking about the kind of entertainment that makes Vegas blush, if you catch my drift. Drake even dropped some breadcrumbs about this in Family Matters. He's not just flexing his wallet, folks. When he talks about dropping 50 bags for the mob in Area 29, he's painting a picture of some serious street connections. It's like he's saying, yeah, I've got J. Prince on speed dial, and trust me, you don't want that call. Remember the tragic passing of Takeoff? Well, it seems that dark cloud is still hanging over the rap world. Some wild theories were floating around about Drake's involvement, but now the spotlight's shifting to J. Prince. His crew was supposed to be Takeoff's protection detail that fateful night. Talk about a plot twist. But wait, it gets even juicier. Kendrick Lamar might have just thrown a grenade into this mess with his track Euphoria. When he spits, his daddy a killer, he wanna be Junior, people initially thought he was taking a swing at Drake's biological dad. But hold up, what if he's actually aiming at J. Prince, Drake's industry papa? Now, why would J. Prince suddenly go MIA in Drake's corner? Well, let's just say his past isn't exactly squeaky clean. Before he was a music mogul, J. Prince was running things on the mean streets of Houston. And who knows, maybe he's still got a finger or two in some not-so-legal pies. Facing off with Kendrick could have been like opening Pandora's box of secrets. But here's where it gets really interesting. Word on the street is that Drake's not throwing in the towel just yet. Nope. He's apparently cooking up another diss track hotter than Texas asphalt in August, and this move might just be the bait to lure J. Prince back into his corner. DJ Academics, our friendly neighborhood hip-hop town crier, is already spilling the tea about Drake sharpening his lyrical knives for round 2 with Kendrick. If this is true, we might be in for the rap battle of the century. So, are Drake and J. Prince really done? Or is this all part of some elaborate chess game we can't even begin to understand?
Right, so I heard that there was a record that got played in some club. Not club, it was like, I guess it's a club in Houston, right? And the record's kind of sounding like Drake talking some shit. Now, is that...
Kendrick's about to drop a track taking aim at Drake. Now let's be real here. Drake's reputation isn't exactly unscathed. He's got some serious PR acrobatics ahead if he wants to bounce back. I mean, he wasn't just beaten in this rap battle, he was practically obliterated. It's almost shocking he hasn't gone into hiding after such a public thrashing. But here's where it gets really intriguing. Pay close attention to AK's closing remarks in that clip. He drops a tantalizing hint. This potential diss track isn't destined for the airwaves as Drake's next single. Now, what could that mean for its release and impact?
Now, is that the next record he's gonna put out?
Now, Academic's cryptic comments have set imaginations running wild. Let's not forget Drake's history of musical sneak peeks. Remember when he gave fans a taste of what would Pluto do before For All the Dogs hit the streets? It's all part of his playbook, using the club scene as his personal focus group, fine-tuning tracks based on the crowd's energy. Drake's been making moves, and they're not just for show. The Sixth God recently touched down in his homeland, sharing a snap with none other than 50 Cent. But don't be fooled, this wasn't just two rap titans hanging out. There's a chess game being played here, and many think Drake's using 50 as a pawn to get under Rick Ross's skin. Remember, 50 had Drake's back during the beef, not out of loyalty, but because of his own grudge against Ross. Is Drake stirring the pot again? You bet. But hold up, there's more drama brewing. Whispers in the hip-hop world suggest Kendrick might be about to drop a surprise album. Now, these rumors didn't pan out for the supposed Friday release, but where there's smoke, there's usually fire. The streets are talking, and it seems like round 2 of this epic clash might be just around the corner. Here's where it gets really juicy. J. Prince. Can he stay out of this mess? Drake's still seething from what he sees as a betrayal in the first round. If Drizzy's plotting his comeback, you can bet he's getting all his ducks in a row first. The fans? They've got theories. Some think J. Prince has gone radio silent because he knows Kendrick's got serious street cred in LA. Others are quick to remind everyone that Kendrick's Chicago roots mean he's got connections beyond the West Coast. So, what's the play here? Is Drake cooking up a master plan to expose J. Prince's alleged betrayal while simultaneously taking shots at Kendrick? What's your take on all this? Do you think Drake's got an ace up his sleeve, or is this all smoke and mirrors?